I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we'll take 8 examples to understand how to factor sum and difference of cubes, right? So we have a cube plus b cube, a cube minus b cube to begin with. These are straightforward formulas. Based on these formulas, we will factor rest of the expressions. C is x cubed plus 27, d is x cubed minus 8. Then we have 8x cubed over 125 plus 64y cubed. F is 16x cubed minus 50b cubed. And then we have 4 more here. 2 times x minus 1 whole cube plus 16, x minus 3 whole cube minus y plus 2 cube. 125 x to the power of 6 plus 216 y to the power of 6 and x to the power of 6 minus 64. So let's begin with the very first one, which actually is the formula, right? We'll use this formula to factor. A cube plus b cube is written as a plus b times a square minus ab plus b squared, correct? And if you are factoring a cube minus b cube, then the formula changes a bit. We have a minus b times a plus ab, a square plus ab plus b square, correct? So that is the formula for a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube, which we are going to use. So we'll see that we have kept plus on the left side, right side we have kept minus. You can actually pause the video, apply the formula and factor. It's a straight application of this formula, right? Let's look into the first term, which is part C, x cubed plus 27. Now you can think 27 as what? It could be written as x cubed plus 3 cube, right? Now, a is x for you, b is 3 for you. Substitute in the formula and factor. It's that simple, right? So it is x plus 3, just add these two terms, multiply by square, product with a negative sign, which is 3x, and square of the last term, which is plus 9. Is it okay? Now here, x cubed minus 8, just as we did earlier, it is x cubed minus 2 cube. So you need to cube root the constant in this case to find what cube is 8. 2 cube is 8, right? So now you can factor and write this as x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x, just multiply them, and square of 2, which is 4, right? That's simple. Now here, when it comes to fractions, it may look tricky. However, it is kind of same. Cube root of 8 is 2, so let me rewrite this as 2x. Let me write, and I'll also write 5 cube is 125, so I'll put all of them under one bracket with cube. So a is 2x by 5 for me, right? 64, cube root of 64 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, 16 times 4 is 64. So it is plus 4y whole cube. Do you see that? So you could write that as a plus b cubes of a and b, right? Now we can factor using the same formula. So it is 2x over 5, that is a for us, plus 4y. Do you get it? So this is a plus b, 4y, times square of this, which is 4x squared 25, minus product of this, minus, so 4 times 2 is 8, 8xy over 5, plus square of this, which is 16y square. Is it okay? So that is how you could do it. The last one here, 16 is not a cube root, 50 is also not a cube root. However, we could take 2 common. So if I take 2 common, then what do I get? I get 8x cubed minus 25. Oh, so this becomes tricky for me now. 25, so there's a typing error. at this place anyway. We'll keep this like 2 common. It should have been, let me change, 54, okay? So I'll write 27 here, okay? Let me do that correction. 27b cube, because I don't want to complicate this with the cube root of 25. You get it? So anyway, so we changed the question a bit. Let me rewrite. I wrote this as 16x cube. I wanted to write this as 54b cube. So that's a typing error. So that makes it 27. 27 times 2 is 54, and 27 is 3 cube. That's the whole idea, right? So let's rewrite this as equal to 2 times 8x cube. That means 2x whole cube, right? Minus 27 is 3 cube, so I write this as 3b whole cube. Do you see that? So again it becomes same formula, a cube minus b cube. So I'll factor using this, which is 2 times a is 2x, b is 3b minus 3b, times square of 2x, which is 4x squared, plus product of these two, 6xb. You could write bx, right? Better to write bx, plus 9b squared. Is it okay? So that is how you could straight away apply this formula of difference of cube and sum of cubes and factor. Now in the next page we have some questions which are a bit tricky, right? G is 2 times x minus 1 whole cube plus 16. Now in this case we could take 2 common, right? So if I take 2 common, I'm left with x minus 1 whole cube plus 8, right? Now I can apply a cube plus b cube formula, since 8 is 2 cube, right? So that gives us, let me rewrite the formula here for our reference. A cube plus b cube equals to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared, right? And here difference of cubes is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Is it okay? Fine. So let's continue. So a is x minus 1 this time. So we'll write this as x minus 1 plus 2 cube. 8 is 2 cubes. So we'll write plus 2 here, correct? So this is the first part of our factor, that is a plus b, and then we'll do square of this. So that is x minus 1 whole square minus product of these two, 2 times x minus 1 times 2 square, which is 4. All right. So remember 8 cube is 8 is 2 cubes. So if it is getting complicated, let me rewrite this as 2 times x minus 1 whole cube plus 2 cube, right? That is how we got 4. Is it okay? Now you could simplify this. So what we get here is x minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1, right? Here x squared, let's expand this. X minus 1 is common. Anyway, let's expand it. We get x squared minus 2x plus 1, and when we expand this one we get minus 2x plus 2 plus 4. That gives us 2 times x plus 1. Here we have x squared minus 2x is minus 4x, and then numbers we have 1 plus 2 3 plus 4 is 7, so we have plus 7. After this 7 times 1 we will not get sum of 4, right? So that is the final factored form of the given expression. Is it okay? Correct. Let's move on to the next one, which is a cube minus b cube. A is x minus 3 and b is y plus 2. So we could write this as, the first factor becomes x minus 3 minus of this, which is, we'll change the sign. Is it okay? Minus. The second factor is x minus 3 whole square plus product of these two, which is x minus 3 y plus 2, and then we'll do plus y plus 2 whole square, right? So that is what we get, and this could be equal to x minus y minus 5. Let us expand this. We get x squared minus 6x plus 9. When you expand this expression, product of these two, we get xy plus 2x minus 3y minus 6, and y plus 2 whole square is plus y square plus 4y plus 4, correct? Now you can combine the like terms. So you get x minus y minus 5 and x squared minus 6x plus 2x is minus 4x. The constants 9 and minus 6 is 3, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So let's write 7 here. Xy terms, we have one xy, no other xy, so we'll just write xy here. 2x we have already considered, and now let's talk about y's. Minus 3y and plus 4y, that gives us 1y, right? And y square, we have 1y square, so plus y square. So that becomes the factored form for the given expression. Anyway, here we have very limited space, so I like you to take this up separately and do it neatly, right? Okay, so let's continue further. 125x to the power of 6, 216y cubed. Now let's find out what is the cube root of 216, right? So cube root of 216 is 6. So that is important. So we can rewrite this as 5x squared whole cube. Do you see that? Because power 6. And this we got as 6y cube whole, I mean square to the power of 3, right? So that is how we can write this as a cube plus b cube. And now you can use the formula, which is 5x squared plus 6y squared times square of this, which is 25x to the power of 4, product of these two with a negative sign. 6 times 5 is 30, x squared y squared plus 36 y to the power of 4. Perfect. So that is how you get factor of the first one. Now let's do the last one here. I could write this as x square cube minus 4 cube, right? 4 is 2 square. Remember that. 4 is 2 square. Okay, so we could write this as x square minus 4 times x square plus 4x square plus 4 square, which is 16, right? Now x square minus 4 can be further factored. Remember that. So we could write this as x plus 2 times x minus 2, and then the last factor, x square plus 4x square plus 16, right? So that is the way you could actually factor such expressions. So this was a rather lengthy video, but I hope you got a gist of it, that these could be type of examples which you need to do to understand sum and difference. Feel free to post your questions and your suggestions. Thank you and all the best.